Ever notice how some people always manage to fall into the right opportunities and you feel like you are always one step behind? What if luck was not random at all and you could actually engineer it? Stick with me until the end, because by the end of this video, you will have a completely different perspective on luck and you will know how to leverage the power of luck in your life, even if you feel that you are extremely unlucky. Hello everybody, I am Vaishali Nikhade. I am an engineer turned psychic with over 9,000 readings, and I show you how you can leverage the power of the stars and the power of the spirit in order to create momentum in your life. In this video, I am going to show you real life examples of people who were in not so good situations and they were able to leverage the power of luck and get out of that situation. So if you feel hopeless, helpless, and that you can't get out of the situation, then this video is definitely for you. And I'm also going to introduce you to the Cosmic Chronicle, where you can know about your luck in advance. So here's what you're going to learn in this video: what luck really is, how people can miss luck, and how to grab luck when it knocks on your door. All right, so let's get started. The first one is what luck really is. So luck is essentially an opportunity that comes out of nowhere, that you were not expecting it, or you did not put the time or effort into creating that particular opportunity. For instance, I had a client who was looking for work for a long time, and she was applying to a lot of different positions. And in a way, you could say that she was not so lucky because she wasn't getting positive responses from anywhere. So what would luck be in her situation is that a job offer just lands in her inbox. And that's exactly what happened. I told her to watch out for some emails that would come to her, and essentially she ended up connecting with a past coworker who actually ended up handing her an offer. Not out of pity or not because she felt bad for her or anything. She didn't even know that this lady was looking for work. Essentially, they had a requirement for the exact qualifications that my client had. So that is what exactly luck is, that you are, let's say, trying hard and putting in a lot of work and putting in a lot of effort, and you're not seeing any results, and then something happens out of nowhere. Think of it as divine intervention, and what this divine intervention does is it essentially solves your problem. And if you would like to know about your luck in advance, or if you would like to know what the stars hold a promise for you every week, I'm going to introduce you to the Cosmic Chronicle by the end of this video. So go ahead and put in the comments below if you've ever had a lucky stroke of opportunity come to you and what exactly that opportunity was. So we move on to the next point, which is how people can miss luck. So luck actually comes in two forms. One is obvious and one is non-obvious. In the case of the previous client that I gave you, let's call her Anna. In case of Anna, it was an obvious stroke of luck because she was looking for work. She wasn't able to find something to her satisfaction or to her liking, and essentially somebody else found her and essentially gave her whatever it is that she was looking for. So that is an obvious piece of luck. And essentially in this particular scenario, Anna can actually recognize that yes, this is definitely luck, and I really got lucky because I got this email and I got the perfect job that I was looking for. So now the non-obvious luck. The non-obvious luck, this one is a little tricky because it is non-obvious. And the non-obvious luck, it actually comes disguised in plain clothes. And I'm going to tell you a short story where when I started out as a psychic, I went and signed up for an expo where there would be like lots of vendors and stuff. And a lady just walked in, and she was not able to sell her home for a long time. She had already dropped the price twice, so she didn't really know what to do. So she came to me, and her coming to me is non-obvious luck because she just kind of finds me out of nowhere, or maybe her intuition guided her to me, but it wasn't exactly obvious what was going to happen. And I have a very detailed video on this, which I'm going to link in the comment, on how she got a 10x increase. But long story short, I gave her the next steps in order to be able to sell or rent her property, which she followed, and which involved changing her realtor. And within 3 to 6 months, things turned around for her. So this is non-obvious luck. Like, she just walks in, she finds someone, she talks to them, and she is getting help, but she doesn't really know like what is going to come out of it until it actually plays out in real life. In Anna's scenario, the email landed right in her inbox, so it was an obvious thing that yes, this is luck. But let's call her Bina. In Bina's scenario, it was not so obvious because she had to do a lot of things on her end, and I had to do some things on my end, and she had to find me, and there were a lot of different factors involved. But this is non-obvious luck. Now, how would you miss non-obvious luck? Obvious luck is a little difficult to miss because essentially, unless you just want to throw the opportunity away, you're not going to miss out on the obvious luck. But the non-obvious luck, it's very easy to miss because it doesn't come to you in the exact form that you are looking for. You have to go through a lot of steps in order to be able to get to your destination. So for instance, Bina came to me. So let's say that this is the expo, and there's lots of vendors here, maybe 200-300, maybe more. I don't know how many. And essentially, let's say that this is the expo and this is my booth. So I'm this little tiny creature over here, and there is hundreds of people walking into this expo from all different walks of life with an intention to check out different vendors. So Bina actually comes, and then she's walking along, and she sees me and she tells me that she would like to get a reading. And this is definitely non-obvious luck because she doesn't know this is going to lead to her solution. So here are the steps that she needs to go through. The first step is she needs to get the reading, which she got from me. And then she has to digest whatever it is that I tell her. Then she has to implement all the steps that I tell her, which is I told her that you need to fire your realtor, you need to get a new realtor, and then whatever else were the other steps. So she followed all these steps. And then at the end of the day, this is when, after following all the steps and after a period of about 3 to 6 months, so all these steps here, they involved around 3 to 6 months, and this is when she was able to get a 10x increase. And like I mentioned before, I'll link the video below, and you can watch the exact details of how this played out. So when Bina walks into this expo, she doesn't really know that she's going to get lucky or kind of hit a stroke of luck, because this one piece of information she's going to get from me is going to lead to an answer to her solution, which is far away. This is about 3 to 6 months of period, plus following the advice. So most people are looking for instant gratification for whatever their problem is. And a lot of times that is not easy to come along. You have to go through certain steps in order to be able to get to the destination. And if you miss the first step, then obviously you've kind of lost out. So that's why people miss out on the non-obvious luck. All right, so now we get to the third point, which is how to grab luck when it knocks on your door. So there are two ways to pick up on luck. One way is to pick up on your luck using intuition, and that is exactly what Bina did. When she walks in this expo and she decides to pick me as her reader to kind of get a solution to her problem and to get advice from me, then she's actually following her intuition. And following her intuition is essentially leading her to luck, because she follows the first step, then the next step, and the next step, and then she ends up getting her 10x gain. So this is one way you can, I want to say, capture luck or pick up on a lucky opportunity. But in order for you to do that, your intuition has to be pretty sharp, or it has to be on point. And there can be times during stress or anxiety when your intuition is not going to function so well. I have a video on that. I'm going to link that below as well. But essentially, let's say that even if your intuition is trying to communicate with you, you are not able to listen or hear or get the message that your intuition is trying to tell you. So you need a plan B in order to be able to know that this is the next step that you need to take, which will kind of have luck come your way. So what exactly is this? This is leveraging the power of the stars. I mentioned that you can leverage the power of intuition and you can leverage the power of the stars. So stars essentially, they show you periods of opportunity or pockets of opportunity during which things are going to work in your favor. So in this particular case, if Bina had leveraged this, then essentially what she would have known from the stars is that she has to go to the expo. That's all she would have known. Maybe she would have known that she needs to kind of go and get help from someone. But you're looking for a high level overview of what exactly you have to do. And in this particular case, her situation was that she was not able to sell her property, so she had to go to this expo. Now, if you were an outsider, you would ask, how is going to the expo related to selling the property? This girl is kind of out of line. But once you're able to connect the dots, then you can see how going to the expo was related to selling her property. So this is why I have developed what is known as the Cosmic Chronicle. And essentially what the Cosmic Chronicle is it gives you in advance a taste of what is going to come for you the following week, so that you know where you need to look for as far as luck is concerned or as far as an opportunity is concerned. And once you know what to look for, it becomes a lot easier. Otherwise, you would have so many things come your way and you would just discard it as, oh, not interested, not interested, not interested. This doesn't seem right. This doesn't look good, and so on. But some of the opportunities that come to you, they come to you disguised in plain clothes. And what the Cosmic Chronicle does is it's kind of giving you what kind of plain clothes you need to look for. And once you know what to look for, it becomes a lot easier. So you can sign up for the Cosmic Chronicle. The link is below. And what you can do is you can leverage the power of the stars in order to get the essence of where luck is going to knock on your door every week. So now that you know how to make your own luck and stop waiting for something to change, how exactly did I end up developing the Cosmic Chronicle? Well, that is the subject of my next video, and I'll see you in my next video.